first. Don't just jump the gun. Don't let it fester. Don't let it sit. And if the person is not available, then they're not available. Then just, I don't know, process it through God. But don't just sit around all day and do whatever you want to do and just ignore it, brush it under the carpet. That's what we like to do. Oh, just out of sight, out of mind. No, man. I mean, sometimes, I believe sometimes time does heal all wounds. Sometimes you just have to throw it in the trash and leave it there, walk away. But guess what? Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes just when you think that's the right way to go, you ignore it, and then it pops up years later, and you're like, whoa, I thought I dealt with this. No, it didn't. No, you didn't. You should have, but now it's a stronghold, and now you have to really kind of, it went from being, a little piece of something to a huge weed that's in your garden, and now you have to just, you got to dig it out, you got to uproot it, and it's just crazy. Throw some chemicals on there so it doesn't grow back. That's what you call a stronghold. And that strongholds cause a lot of problems in our lives. Opens a lot of doors and it causes a lot of problems. And that's why there's a lot of unhappy people in this world. That's probably why you're unhappy. And, to an extent, I'm unhappy. Not that I'm unhappy, but I'm just saying I'm starting to break up out of it. Those are what you call strongholds. We all have them, all of us. An addiction is a stronghold. Pornography is a stronghold. Idolizing your boyfriend, compulsive shopping, falling in love with your car. Did you ever meet someone? Guys, a lot of times guys do this. Did you ever meet a guy that calls his car his baby, his child? Dude, that's a hunk of metal with 4 rubber wheels. I don't care how nice it is. But whatever. It is what it is. Hey, who am I? I'm just saying. I mean, that's idolizing. That's a stronghold. We all have them. So my point is just basically everything I said. I mean, I had a whole lot of points kind of rolled up into one video. But get to know the situation. Get to know the situation. Sit down with the person. It's not about making excuses for that person. It's just about, look, maybe there's more to the situation that you're not aware of. Even if the other person just gives you just a dumb answer, really listen to what they say. Like the Bible says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. That's a lot easier said than done, depending on the situation. And you can't do it under your own power. Obviously, if the situation's hot, really, what are you going to do? But be quick to listen. And I guess that's kind of like the point of this video. Be quick to listen, slow to anger, and then that's the point of this of this video. Just sit down with the person. You don't have to sit there and put your arm around it, but don't argue either. Be adult about it. Don't approach somebody with hostility, because then that person is not even going to want to be around you, even though they're the reason for the hostility. You're probably like, dude, this person is the reason I'm like this. Look, if you want to get anywhere with people, even the people out there that are out to get you, you have to approach them with being calm. Because if you approach somebody with a hostile attitude, nobody's going to want to be around that. I'm not going to make I'm not going to make time for somebody who wants to argue with me. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to. I'm not going to give my time to it. I pay no attention. Now, if that same person walks up to me and says, hey, look, I'm not out to get you. Everything is about approach. Everything. I'm not saying, even if you walk, like I approached the mother of my child. I could assure you I couldn't have been nicer. I couldn't have made the situation more comfortable for her and I both. It was as cushy and comfortable as possible. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it's never, ever, ever good enough. But you know what? If it's not, well then, even if you get no answer, then that's an answer all in itself. That probably means, well, the person is, at that point, it's a personal problem. It's a personal problem. With the mother of my child, look, I pray for her. But it's a personal problem. The reason I went through everything I went through, she has a personal problem. If I did anything, she would trust me. Man, if this woman could justify it in a real way, trust me, trust me. You mean to tell me that? Come on now. And I asked, I wasn't asking like, crazy geometry or rocket science questions. These weren't intelligent questions. These were just plain and simple, why? At that point, that's the other person. You have to realize people hurt people. It's cliche, but it's so true. A lot of the times when somebody hurts you, it's because of them. That's where perception comes in. It's them. Don't internalize everything. Don't take everything so personal. In the heat of the situation, sure, when somebody hurts you, they hurt you. Nobody's saying don't get hurt. I'm just saying get to the point where you stop internalizing everything. The world does not revolve around me. It does not revolve around you. What the mother of my child did, that's her problem. Unfortunately, she's taking it out on me and my kid. But that's her problem. If she had any reason, legitimate reason to do what she's done outside of her own hangups, trust me, she would have dropped the bomb a long time ago and I wouldn't even be making this video. I'd tell you one thing, I'd be feeling like a real idiot right now. I really would, but I know I didn't do anything wrong. I don't care what people say, or when I say people, obviously her and whoever her supporting cast is. Look, nobody knows the situation like me and her. And if there was a legitimate rhyme or reason, trust me, she would have invaded enemy territory and dropped the bombs and said goodbye and flew away and went back to home base. It was none of that going on, man. Really. None of it. Really. So that's my point. People hurt. Hurt people. Understand that. That's why I say, that's why, the verse in the Bible, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. Slow to speak means don't just jump up and clobber somebody. Just be calm. Pray for it. Jesus died on that cross so you can be unlocked of the chains and the handcuffs and all that stuff. That's real. That's reality. That happened. That's as real as the white on that wall back there and the gray on this shirt and this hat. That happened. He loosened those chains. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. And look, trust me, there's going to be people like that are going to hurt you. Okay? They're hurt people. They're hurt people. Don't let them get in your head. Don't let them get in your head. Don't do it. Don't do it. And again, when somebody uses your kid against you, well, how could you really, it's not so much that person, it's just like what they're doing. Like, dude, how could I not react to that? Trust me, man, I know. That's like somebody shooting you and that's like somebody shooting you in the leg 5 times and somebody saying, don't say ouch, don't even make a word, just sit there and let somebody shoot you multiple times and just sit there with a smile on your face. Like, dude, what am I, Superman? Like, come on now. You could put a bulletproof vest on me and shoot me in the chest and I'm still going to have some sort of reaction. Trust me, man. But I'm just saying, really, I know sometimes it could be real, but get to the point where you understand that it's the other person. It's not always about you. And a lot of the times, look, I'm not saying that sometimes we do things to people and people just get back at us. Not because it's proper to do that, because vengeance is God's in the first place, but it's pride. That's the world we live in. Don't expect to do something to somebody and have everybody just hand it to God. Most of us won't do that. Most of us will, try to get you back somehow, some way. But I'm not really talking about that as much as situations like, we hurt. And hurt people hurt people. A lot of times when somebody hurts you, it's because they're hurt people. And it has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It might seem like it does. How could somebody do this to me if it has nothing to do with me? Well, think, is there anything that you've done? And be honest about it. Maybe there is. I'm not talking about in a parental alienation sense. If it's real parental alienation, trust me, you're a victim. You're a victim. If it's real parental alienation, you're a victim, your kid's a victim, end of story. But what I'm saying is, even in those situations, if you're a true victim, then it's not about you. It's about the other person. Know that. Understand that. I repeat myself. I emphasize it. Times a million. A billion, a trillion. It's the other person. That's why I say sitting down with somebody is so crucial. It's so crucial. Because you know what? Way back when, in 2007, when I had this conversation with the mother of my child, I didn't get any answer. But you know what? I did get an answer. The answer I got was that it's because of her own hang-ups. Because if I did anything, trust me, it would have been said. There's no way she would have beat around the bush. Literally. She couldn't look me in the eyes or anything. If there was anything I did, trust me. Believe it. It wouldn't even have made it to 2007. Really. That's why I say sit down with the person. If the person can't give you a straight answer or a real answer or any answer, and really be quick to listen. Don't be biased. Push all I'll push all the negativity aside. Push it all aside. Push it all aside. Push it all aside. And sit down with the person and say, hey, look, is this, and just do that. And just see what you get. Just see what you get. Maybe there's a legitimate reason why this person is teeing off on you. And it doesn't, by legitimate, I don't mean, I just mean, maybe there's more to the story than you realize. But maybe not. And if there's no story, well, then there's none. Then it's all the other person. And at that point, you can give, whatever they caused you to God and just sit back and say, okay, well, it's their problem. God will work it out at that point. I mean, when it comes to this, I mean, I could think of a lot of people in my life. Like we tend to think that we're the only damaged person. Like it's all our fault. People hurt us, it's all our fault. That's why we get so hurt, because whether we realize it or not, we tend to put the blame on ourselves. We don't even realize it though. We don't even realize that people are flawed out there. Every day, walking around flawed, walking around with a smile on their face, pretending everything is all a bag of goodies. They're hurt people. World full of them. So, that's all I have to say. Sit the person down and get to the bottom of things. And if you can't do that, well then, hey, look, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but that's probably really the only that would be a very intelligent move on your part. Just see where the other person's coming from. Just see it. Have a nice day.